Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Silver Springs police are investigating an incident in which the vehicle struck a child on property located on Church Street Sunday afternoon at 5:55 p.m. A 6-year-old child, Tessa Nicole Skeen, was struck and killed when the vehicle was being moved on the property. Jason Ricketson, patrol captain for the Silver Springs Police Department, says the accident is under investigation. 3 individuals were arrested in the 200 block of Houston Street Sunday morning at 8:39 a.m. when Hopkins County deputies were searching for a wanted felon. When they arrived at the scene, deputies heard a possible verbal disturbance in the residence. They also found in plain view, in the living area, a crystal-like substance believed to be methamphetamine, and more controlled substance on a mirror in plain view in the same room. The location is in a drug-free school zone. During a pat-down of one of the subjects, a glass pipe was found. Multiple paraphernalia was also located in the living area. Arrested at the scene were Julie Dexter Davis, age 25, Dakota Shane Humphreys, age 20, and Jamie Lee Lindsay, age 27, all of Sulphur Springs. All 3 were charged with engaging in organized criminal activity. All 3 are being held in Hopkins County Jail. All 3 are being held on a $30,000 bond. An Indiana man is in Hopkins County Jail following his arrest in the 1400 block of Industrial. Robert Leonard Ofke Jr., age 57, was arrested after Hopkins County deputies spotted his 2000 gold-colored Ford Ranger at the location. The license plate was covered, with the state name not showing. Ofke was wanted on 3 warrants, including 2 issued by ATF in Washington, D.C. He was wanted for unlawfully making and possessing explosive devices, felon in possession of a firearm, and a LaPorte County, Indiana warrant for possession of a destructive device. He's being held without bond. Friday, we announced County Court at Law Judge Amy McCorkle Smith, announcing her intention to not seek re-election in 2018. She has served as County Court at Law Judge in Hopkins County for the past 21 years. On Saturday, Assistant District Attorney Clay Harrison announced his intent to seek the Republican nomination for the office. Harrison is a lifelong resident of Hopkins County, graduating from Sulphur Springs High School and attending the University of Texas at Austin, where he was group commander in the university's Air Force ROTC program. After graduating from college, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force at age 20. He then attended Baylor Law School on an academic scholarship. He held a number of top military assignments. Harrison is the son of Dr. Juan and Mrs. Sherry Harrison, both career educators. His wife, Tara, is a daughter of Mike and Sarah Gibby of Birthright. Harrison recently published his second book, The Stubborn Texan, a conservative defense of the U.S. Constitution. To see all of Harris's past history in work, go to ksstradio.com. Here's Don Julian with sports.
And Trevor Clark with a 2-2 pitch on the way. Oh, drilled right up the middle of the field off the second baseman. The shortstop picks it up. They won't get Mason Buck. And that is a base hit for the Wildcats leadoff hitter.
The Wildcats baseball team squeezed past Marshall 2-1 Friday night in a district game at Eagle Stadium. Tristan McCormick allowed only a single run, and the Wildcats made some clutch plays on defense and with the bats. I talked with Wildcats baseball coach Jared Hammock after the game.
It was a big win. You know, they're picked by most so-called experts to finish second in the district. Of course, we got a long way to go, but they're 0-2, and nobody really gave us much of a chance this year, and we're 2-0. We're playing really well. I think we've proven we can win slugfest, and we've proven that we can win pitchers duels. And, you know, Tristan was just a great pitcher again tonight. He has really shown outside of one, I wouldn't even call it a bad outing, just not as good as the others. I mean, Whitehouse, McKinney, and now Marshall, he has really thrown well against some top-notch teams, gives us a chance to win. You know, this was a game that there was not a lot of margin for error. Mm-hmm. And so it was tight, tightly contested. We made some plays when we had to. You know, we scored one more run than they did, and it was a good, tough ball game.
Boy, how about your right fielder on that single? He just took his time and then threw a strike at home plate. That wasn't even close, the play at the plate.
Right. And, you know, as good an outfielder as he is, I really almost thought he was going to catch it in the air because he can cover some ground. But then when I saw it bounce, he did have a good crow hop, good strong throw. My only worry was if Cameron was going to cut it, the first baseman, you know, if they got a mix up in communication. Luckily he didn't. One hopped him, like you said, and got him out by a mile. That was a big play.
And really, you talk about using what you have. Only 3 hits in the ball game, but the winning rally was 3 walks when their pitcher really got wild, then had a great sacrifice fly and a big single by Ryan Humphreys, and you take the lead.
Yes, and, you know, Ryan's ball was so hard hit that I don't know that I could have sent Ty, but the left fielder bobbled it, and it allowed me to continue him on because it was such a hard hit ball right at him that there was probably no chance to score otherwise. But with 2 outs, you almost want to send him regardless just because it's hard to get two out hits in a row. But, yeah, we had some other opportunities, first and second, bases loaded, and we've just still got to find that somebody to just move a runner or score a runner. And I know you can't do it every time, but it's frustrating when you have some runners early on, and we had a chance to kind of get it, I think, in the first inning, and failed to do that. But their guy was tough. He was mixing his pitches well. He had some off-speed stuff, not overpowering necessarily, but he made it tough on us.
And kind of the importance of that courtesy runner that you bring Ty Lopez out there. And that's not just a position, you know, where you just bring a guy in to run. He ends up being the difference in the ballgame. Right.
And you're always looking. I mean, everybody's got a role of some sort, some more so than others. I understand that. But at the same time, it is important. You're looking for guys that are not only kind of fast, but that have a knowledge of base running and instinct. And Ty's done a good job for us throughout the tournament season and obviously tonight.
Texas High is next, a road trip, and that's never easy. You know what it's like to go over there.
Yeah, I think in my previous 11 years, we've beaten them maybe 3 times over there. We've beaten them our fair share at home, but it's just a tough place to play. But, again, I just like the way we're playing. I think we've got a lot of belief in one another. I think the guys like each other. They're finding ways to win. They're happy. It kind of reminds me a little bit of 2 years ago, you know, that most of them are happy no matter who's getting the job done. They're just happy that we're winning and we're doing well. And that's important. Chemistry, I've always believed, is maybe the key factor for a quality run through the playoffs.
And a good little motivation, too. Nothing like being picked 7th in the district to kind of get your attention.
Yeah, and, you know, the 2 years ago that we went to the semifinals, we weren't picked in the top 4 that year either. So I don't really ever think much about those things. Those guys, they're trying to make picks over the entire state. It's hard to know what everybody's got and, you know, and especially measuring a kid's heart and work ethic and all of that. So I don't put much, even if we would have been picked in there, I still wouldn't have put much stock in predictions, because you got to play it right out there, and right now we're playing really well on the field.
And they always go by what you did last year, and we all know it's kind of a disappointing season with a bunch of young guys that have really grown up a lot this year.
No question. We took our lumps last year. It was a difficult season for us, played more sophomores than we've ever had to play, but I do think the experience has helped them. We've mixed in some other sophomores. You know, I can't say enough about Caden Argenbright. He can play wherever we ask him to play. He hits in the 2-hole and doesn't seem phased at all from freshman year to a varsity hitter now. He's just playing great. Other sophomores are contributing. We've got a good senior bunch. I mean, we've got a good mix throughout. And, you know, if this year goes like I hope it will and think it can, then last year will be a distant memory and maybe well worth it.
Very good, Coach.
The Cumbie Lady Trojans had another outstanding state powerlifting meet at Waco on Saturday. The Lady Trojans wound up in 2nd place in state, but they actually finished tied for 1st with Irion County. The Lady Trojans ended up in 2nd due to having fewer first-place finishers. The Lady Trojans sent 4 lifters to state, and all of them excelled. Junior Cheyenne Jones earned her 3rd career state medal, finishing 2nd in her 105-pound weight class with a total of 675 pounds. Her 285-pound squat earned her outstanding squat on the light platform. Junior Ashley Haygood earned her second career state medal, ending up fourth in the 148-pound weight class with a total of 785 pounds. Junior Samantha Haygood earned second in her 165-pound weight class with 770 pounds. And Elizabeth Thomas, a senior, came in fourth in her 198-pound weight class with 855 pounds. The Cumbie Trojans baseball team won a road contest 12-0 at Campbell on Friday. The Trojans scored a single run in the first inning, added 2 more runs in the third inning, and then put 9 runs on the board in the fourth inning. And the Trojans had 11 hits. Ethan Coble pitched a 4-inning no-hitter, striking out 5 and walking 2. Braden Coble was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 5 RBIs, and Ethan Coble was 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and 3 RBIs. Elmer Rodriguez was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and an RBI, and Austin Thomas was 2 for 3 with an RBI. The Saltillo Lions baseball team had a rough season opener against Fruitvale at home. Fruitvale scored 11 first-inning runs and ended up winning 20-0. Fruitvale scored a single run in the second inning and then 4 runs in the third inning and 4 more in the fourth inning. The game went 4 innings. The Lions were unable to get a hit. They also made 6 errors. Matthew Gurley drew a walk and he stole a base, and Clayton Wilson was hit by a pitch and he also stole a base. Michael Simmons allowed only 6 hits but took the pitching loss. The 0-1 Lions will play next at Cumbie Tuesday at 4:30 p.m.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.